San Francisco Archbishop Salvatore Corleone, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's own archbishop, has issued a new pastoral letter insisting that any Catholics cooperating with the evil of abortion should refrain from receiving the Eucharist. There was even a specific section for Catholic public officials who advocate for abortion. In his pastoral letter, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you," Archbishop Corleone writes, "Please stop the killing, and please stop pretending that advocating for or practicing a grave moral evil, one that snuffs out an innocent human life, one that denies a fundamental human right, is somehow compatible with the Catholic faith." He continues, "It is not. Please return home to the fullness of your Catholic faith. We await you with open arms to welcome you back." Corleone's letter comes amid growing debate about whether President Joe Biden, a baptized Catholic who is a staunch promoter of abortion, would be asked to refrain from reception of the Eucharist. Alongside the Holy Communion conversation, there are also calls for prayer for the president. During a prayer vigil outside D.C.'s Planned Parenthood on Divine Mercy Sunday, Bishop Joseph Coffey of the Archdiocese for the Military Services committed to praying daily for President Biden. Coffey said he prays Biden will one day renounce his pro-abortion stance and adhere to church teaching. And joining us now in studio is Bishop Joseph Coffey, Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese for the Military Services USA. He serves as Episcopal Vicar for Veterans Affairs. Your Excellency, welcome to the show. I know the pro-life issue is one that's close to your heart.
It has been for many, many years, and thank you for inviting me, and thank you for all you're doing for this issue.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here. Yes, I understand you've been committed to the pro-life issue since you were young.
Yes. Roe versus Wade happened a few months before I turned 13, and I'm one of 9 kids, right in the middle. And remember, my dad was a doctor, and he talked about that issue that very evening at the dinner table. That's when I committed to be a pro-lifer. And during high school and college and seminary, I used to get on the pro-life March for Life, and I've been involved ever since.
I saw you at this most recent
That's
March
right.
for Life event. That being said, as a Catholic leader, I'd like just to get your reaction. We recently marked the first 100 days of President Joe Biden's time in the White House. Of course, he is only our second Catholic president, but has advanced an aggressive abortion agenda.
Right.
Your thoughts?
It's very, very sad because he said that he is personally opposed to abortion, but wouldn't want to impose his values on others. Well, that makes no sense. It made no sense when Governor Cuomo made that claim at a speech at Notre Dame many, many years ago. And it makes no sense because he says he's personally opposed, but doesn't want to impose his values on others. Well, can you imagine saying that about slavery? It wouldn't make any sense. Young people would say that makes no sense, to say you're opposed to slavery, but you wouldn't want to impose that on others, so therefore they could have it if they wanted, if they thought that was important to them. That's why it makes no sense. And also the other reason is that because when he makes these executive orders, which he's done many of them in his first 100 days, that's exactly what he's doing. He's imposing his values on those orders. So for those 2 reasons, I am committed to praying for this president that he would change those views.
And just a point of clarification, once you're a baptized Catholic, you're always a Catholic.
Absolutely. I know, I think we all hear sometimes, he is no Catholic. Well, he is. Everyone who is baptized is Catholic. Someone who's not practicing is a non-practicing Catholic. So our president is only the 2nd elected Catholic president. That's why this is so tragic, and that's why I'm asking all Catholics to pray for him really every day.
And can you speak more about that, Your Excellency, just the power of prayer and your personal commitment to praying for President Joe Biden every day?
Well, I was ordained a priest 25 years ago. Next month is my anniversary. And every Sunday in the Prayer of the Faithful, since I was a priest, I prayed the first prayer for our Holy Father, the second prayer for our president. So throughout various administrations, Republican and Democrat, I committed to pray for our president every Sunday. So I'm ramping that up now to pray especially every day for this president, for his conversion so that he will be more pro-life, because what I would like to say to him, if I could, is that none of us are promised tomorrow. And each day could be our last day on earth. And he has such power as the most important, the most powerful man in the world, as president, what he could do As a senator, he was opposed to the Hyde Amendment for decades. Now he's for it. He used to be opposed to Mexico City policy. I mean, he used to be for that policy.
Right.
Now he's for it. Now he's for fetal research.
Yeah.
So these policies are not pro-life.
And can you speak as well? We believe that conversion is always possible, even for, and especially those who are involved in abortion.
Absolutely. I always try to remember that whenever I'm preaching on a homily, that those who have had to make a terrible choice that they regret, there's always redemption, healing through the sacrament of reconciliation and confession. I always stress that. And there is always the power of prayer for conversion. When I was a teenager, I went to a pro-life dinner with my mom and dad, and the main speaker was Dr. Bernard Nathanson. And he began his speech by saying, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am an atheist."
Wow.
That got our attention.
Yeah.
And that was right after he converted to the pro-life cause through the ultrasound. And I think most people who watch this show know his story. He did convert to become pro-life. And he died as a Catholic, gone to confession, receiving the Eucharist, committed to being pro-life.
Conversion is always possible. In fact, some of our
Always.
most prominent pro-life leaders are converts on the issue
Yes.
themselves. Well, your call, your personal testimony to praying for the president every day is a great reminder for all of us to pray, and that conversion is possible. Bishop Joseph Coffey, Auxiliary Bishop for the Archdiocese for the Military Services USA, thank you so much for your service, for your time, and for your prayers.
Thank you very much, and thank you for what you're doing for the culture of life. Keep it up.
Thank you. God bless you.